What's going on, everybody? So, I actually talked about this a little bit on Facebook, and some of you probably will not like my opinion of it, and that's fine. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, their own likes, their own dislikes, and I don't hate on people for it. Now, the two things that I'm going to bring up kind of go hand in hand together on why they piss me off. Now, first, I'm going to say the Pokemon Go. It's kind of a cool thing. I have not downloaded it at all, and I will not download it. The only reason is because it's not my kind of thing. Now, at the same time, I can't hate on it. It's a smart idea. It gets people active, it gets people walking around and actually going to try to find stuff. And that's cool. I think it's an awesome thing that, they did by making that app. My problem with it, and this is where it goes hand in hand with it, are the people who are driving around, actually driving, not sitting in a passenger seat or in the back seat of a car, but are actually driving around with their phone like this, trying to find Pokemon. First of all, you're stupid. You may not agree with that, but you should be paying attention to what's here, all of that kind of stuff. You shouldn't be paying attention to a phone. Now, granted, as you can see, my phone is right there. It doesn't move. I do not touch it. If I get a phone call, I push the button on the side of my setup and I answer it. Simple as that. All it's there for is so that I can see if somebody is calling, if somebody sends me a text message, something like that. I can just quick look down at it, see who it is, and then if I need to, pull over and respond back to it. This also comes down to people on Snapchat. If I see people on my personal Snapchat, I do not have one for myself as my motovlogging or anything like that. My personal one will stay my personal one. They're all friends of mine or people that I actually know. But if I see people Snapchatting pictures while they are riding, or Snapchatting video while they're riding, which I've seen by numerous people, and I will not say their names. I won't be a dick like that. I am going to start unfriending them from Snapchat and possibly not even really being friends with them. Like, for one, it's one thing that, us motovloggers, we're out here, we're talking to a camera, we're riding, but the majority of the time, we are paying attention to what's here, and we have to pay attention to what's behind us. There's a lot that goes into riding a motorcycle. Everybody that's ever ridden knows. You know that your senses have to be there every single step of the way that you are on the bike. And basically, you have to ride like you are invisible because people don't pay attention. And now you have smartphones and apps and games and all this other stuff that people think it's okay to drive around and play these games while they're driving, but you're not paying attention to me when I'm next to you. You go like this, I've got nowhere to go. If I'm in a lane, on a 2-lane road, I'm screwed. I'm getting hit. People think that it's okay to sit and text and drive, or to talk on their phone. I don't so much have a problem with talking on your phone because it's not nearly as bad. But when you're texting, you are literally going like this, and you're not looking at the road. So I could be right next to you, and you could start merging over into my lane and hit me. Whose fault is it? Sure as hell isn't the person on the bike, because they're focused on what's in front of them. I honestly think that technology is getting to a point where it is actually scary. Because, we're just trying to come out here, enjoy nice weathers, nice days, nice nights, while we can. Especially where I'm from in Wisconsin. We don't get to ride year-round. I know California, like Baker X Derrick and them, they can ride basically year-round. Motonocity down in Texas, he can ride basically year-round with a possibility of it getting down to 30-some degrees every once in a while. But those guys are riding all year. I get to ride from maybe end of March, sometime in April, until October, November. And that's it. So I'm just trying to be out here enjoying this weather. I don't want to see people, like I did earlier, and I'll explain this, coming up to a light, can see a guy reaching back for something, go from the light, and I start passing him, realizing that this guy is eating, smoking a cigarette, and texting. He ain't paying attention to the road at all, for one. For two, he didn't have a hand on the wheel for a good block and a half. I mean, if some person in front of you slams on their brakes, you gonna slam on your brakes, or are you gonna swerve into my lane? Probably gonna swerve to avoid it, not see me because you're not paying attention. I'm gonna get taken out, and I'm gonna be hurt and very angry. But again, it comes down to people just need to pay attention. If you're in a car, if you're on a bike, it doesn't matter. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on what's in front of you, the cars that are in front of you, the car that's in front of that, what they're doing, the car that's behind you. Anticipate that they could be coming up on you fast. These are all things that you need to pay attention to. And there's so many videos of people reacting to motorcyclists, especially punching off people's mirrors or punching windows or kicking cars. That's because when you almost kill us, we get extremely pissed off. And yes, it's road rage. Yes, it's not a way to handle it. But when you're in that spur of the moment, you don't think about it. You're thinking about the fact that I almost just got ran over, or I almost just got killed, or I almost got run off the road, or whatever the case may be. I've been in that situation where somebody pulled out in front of me and I slammed into the side of them on my first bike. And the first thing that she told the cop, I never saw. Now granted, this was 2:30 in the afternoon on a sunny day, and I was riding a lime green Kawasaki Ninja. You can't miss that. I don't understand how you can't see it. It's the fact that you are not paying attention. So, I mean, that's all really. Just pay attention to what you're doing when you're driving. Don't focus on radios. Don't focus on your phone. I mean, it's hard. I understand that. I understand people have lives that they have to get to, and you know, sometimes you're expecting a phone call or you're expecting a text. That's fine, but it can wait the 5 or 10 minutes that you are driving until you get home. Or pull over and do a parking lot somewhere to respond to it, or to look at it, to do whatever. My life... That's embarrassing. But again, my life, not only my life, but every biker that's out there, every person in a car, like, our lives are important. For us bikers, it's hard because we don't have a cage. We don't have 2 tons of metal surrounding us. We have the gear that's on us. That's it. If something happens, we rely on that gear, and that's all we rely on. We can't rely on an airbag or a seat belt or a windshield that's going to prevent something hitting us, or things like that. So please just stop playing games on your phone while you're driving. Stop texting and driving. It can wait, because if you honestly get in an accident with a motorcycle, you're going to have to think about that. Now, even if you don't kill somebody or severely hurt somebody, you literally will have to think about that for the rest of your life. That, holy Christ, I almost killed this person. Or what happens if you do kill somebody on a motorcycle. That's all I have for this moto vlog for today. If you liked it, hit that button down there. Subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.